What is a method? Why it is needed? And what is its syntax? Hello everyone, welcome to Programming Perception. I am Amit Kumar and this video series is Blue Jay for Depth. In this video, we are going to talk about methods, its need and its syntax. If you are new to our channel, then please subscribe our channel right now and hit the bell icon for the notification. So without wasting any time further, let's proceed. Okay, so this is our tutorial 5, Introduction to Methods, and in this tutorial we are going to talk about methods. Now the first thing you should know if you want to know about a method is definition of method. So what is a method? Method is actually some set of statements with a name, and whenever that name is invoked or whenever that name is called in our program, those statements are executed. So you can consider methods as subprograms as well, where each method performs a specific task, and whenever we want to execute, whenever we want to perform that specific task in our program, we invoke that method. Now you have seen plenty of methods up till now while doing programming in Java. For example, you have seen that print and println, both are methods. You have seen sqrt, cbrt, pow, all these were methods. You have seen nextInt, nextfloat, nextable, all of them are also methods. In Java, we take help of methods whenever we want to execute something. In our previous tutorials also, I told you that methods are used in programming for implementing behavior of an object. So if you want to implement some behavior of an object, what you are in need of or what you need to do, of course, you have to create a method. Well, that is quite technical, I know, but for a simple definition of a method is, method is a block in our program. So you can say method is a small block in our program. This block will have some set of statements. Okay, I'm not writing down those statements, they are secret. Okay, so I told you method is a block with some set of statements and some name. Well, in this video only we will talk about that. And these set of statements are executed whenever this specific name is called in our program. Okay, so up to now, let it be the definition of the method itself, and let's see what are the different types of method we have. Okay, just remember what are the various methods that you have used in programming. Do you remember those methods? I named some of them as well in the program. But there are two types of methods in programming. There are two types of methods in Java if you are talking about Java. So what are the two types? The first one is predefined methods. As the name suggests, they are already defined in a language. Okay, so the persons who created the language, maybe in case of Java you can say, the person or the programmers who have created the Java library, they created these methods. The second version or the second form of the methods are user-defined methods. User-defined methods. Okay. Now these are the methods created by the programmers, by us. So if we create any method in our program, that is nothing but a user-defined method. And all those methods which are already created in Java, they are predefined methods. I told you print, println, all those math methods and methods of scalar class, they are all predefined. We can simply use it. Okay. But in case if you want to create your own methods, definitely you have to take care about few things, but whatsoever method is created by you in the program are user-defined methods. Now let's see, if we are calling sqrt or if we are calling sqrt or cbrt method, right? Now do you remember how many parameters do you pass to it? In sqrt and cbrt, both you are passing only one parameter. Now imagine if I am passing two parameters to them, what will happen? Okay, it will show some error, right? You got that? Okay, and why it will show some error, that we are going to understand within few minutes. So up to now, what we have seen? We have seen what is a method. Second, what are the different types of methods? Okay, now the question arises, the most important question arises is, what is the need of a method? Okay, what advantage a method provides to a programmer, so that the programmer need to create that method each and every time in the program, or a different method. Actually, there are plenty of benefits that method provides to us. The first and the most important benefit of a method is reusability. So whatsoever I have created inside the method, I have the ability to reuse it without retyping it. Okay, so if I have kept anything, if I have written any task inside a method, definitely I can use that task, I can perform that task again and again. All that I need to do is to call that method. That means in our program we can perform plenty of square root, and all that we need to do is call sqrt all the time. We need not to think about the logic of calculating square root. Similarly, reusability is the first and the foremost important property provided by, or advantage provided by a method. The second most important advantage that a method provides is it reduces complexity. Now, how does a method reduce the complexity? Actually, most of the complex things, most of the complex logics, they are part of a method. We keep that thing inside the method. Like, calculating cube root in programming is definitely complex, but the complexity of calculating cube root is hidden, and we don't need to think about that complexity. All that we need to think about is the syntax, the way to call CBRT function. If we know the way, if we know the grammar to call the CBRT function, we can do that without even bothering about the complexity. So with the help of method, definitely we can reduce complexity. And third thing is modularity. It provides modularity. Now what is modularity? Modularity is actually dividing into modules. Okay, if you divide a problem into sub problems, you are actually dividing it into different modules. Similarly, if we are having a whole problem, to perform or to solve that problem, we need not to create one, or we need not to do it all at the same time. What we can do, we can divide that problem into sub problem. Okay, suppose one major problem, I divided into 5 sub problems. Now I will create a different method for each sub problem. Okay, so at a time I need to focus at one sub problem only, and when I will solve all those 5 sub problems with 5 different methods, definitely my main problem will be solved. So these are the 3 advantages for which we need a method. A method provides us the facility to reuse code, a method reduces the complexity in the program, and a method provides modularity in the program, which is very helpful for the programmers. Okay, so these are the thing for which a method is needed. Now the next question is, what is the syntax of a method? Well, there are different types of methods that we can create, and in our next tutorial we are going to talk about those different types of methods, of course with an example. But before that, let's see what is the syntax to define a method. So the general syntax to define a method is, the first thing we specify is access specifier, then we used to specify return type, then we mention method name over there, and whatsoever I am writing within this angular brackets, so they are actually placeholders. So in place of this you will specify an access specifier, in place of this you will write a return type, here you will mention a method name. Now these parentheses, it will be there, okay, and inside these parentheses you will specify a parameter list, okay, and then after you will provide pair of braces and then those set of statements. I'm just writing them out as method statements. A body of method, you can write it as body of method, whichever you like. This is just for your understanding. So you can see there are 3 angular brackets with 3 things. What is the first one? Access specifier. Actually, access specifier in detail we are going to study later on, but for a while for your understanding, I can say this is a keyword, this is a keyword, Now these two keywords, meanwhile for basic methods, keep them as, for the access specifier keep it public, because it's a keyword everything will be in lowercase. For return type keep it void. Okay, don't you worry, because in 9th, maybe if some of you who is following me from the 9th BlueJ for 9th video series and right now in BlueJ for 10th, they might be thinking in 9th also I told you keep it public and void, and right now I'm telling you keep it public and void. It's not like that. In the next tutorial itself, the 6th tutorial, I'm going to tell you what else you can keep here and what will change. Okay, what else you can keep here and what will change. But till then, this is the last time I'm telling you, keep this public and void. Now what is a method name? Method name is an identifier, because you are creating a method. Any name you can provide over there, whatsoever name you want to give. Okay, parameter list, keep it blank. Again, I am telling you in the next video itself, in the next tutorial itself, I will tell you what you can provide over there. But till then, keep it blank. Method body, whatsoever you want to keep inside the method body, all those statements you can keep it here. Okay, so this is the syntax. The first thing is access specifier, which can be anything among public, private and protected. Next is return type. It can be anything among the data types, among all the primitive data types. That means it can be void. Other than that, it can be byte short, int long. It can be float and double. It can be char. It can be boolean. Okay. A method name, it can be any valid identifier. So the rules you should be knowing. I told you in the 9th video series. You want to go through that series, you can click on the link given in the description. So method name is an identifier. There is a rule to define an identifier, so you should follow that rule. Parameter list. Okay, of course I told you in BlueJ for 9 there is one program where I have explained you about parameter list, but in the next video I am going to talk about that. And body of method should be between these braces, and that should be executed when this method name is invoked. So this is the syntax of a method. Now the thing is how you are going to create that method, how you are going to call this method. Let's see it on our system practically.
Okay students, so now we can see how to create a method in the system itself. So let's see the syntax one more time. So first of all, we have to specify the access specifier, which we will take public right now. Then we have to specify the return type, which we will take void right now, and then we have to specify the method name, which can be any valid identifier. In the parameter list we won't specify anything. Then opening closing brace, and here we will specify the body of the method. Okay, so now let's create a method with the same syntax. Okay, so I have opened BlueJ, and here I will create a class. I will name it as method class. Okay, sorry for wrong spelling. Method class. Okay, copying it, and finally okay, my class is ready. Here inside this class I will create two methods. Okay, and both will perform two different set of statements. So let's create the first method. Okay, it got hanged. Sorry for that. Just wait for a while. Okay, I'm pausing it. Actually my system struck in between. So now I am creating two methods. First method is meth1. I am giving meth1, and parameter list is vacant, and within this pair of braces I will specify just two print statement. Okay, my name and my birthplace. So let it be, okay, it's Amit Kumar only. Let it be what? Amit Kumar and Gorakhpur. Now I will create one more method, meth2, and in meth2 I will print computer and Java. So I am just showing you that how to create a method according to syntax, and whenever we will call this method, these statements will be executed. So in meth2 I will print computer and Java. Actually it should be Java computer, but let it be meth2. So I created two methods, meth1 and meth2, and saved. And to to run this program, to call these method, to invoke this method, I have to compile. You know how to compile it. Right click, click on compile, then right click, click on new method class, and okay. Now object is created. Now whenever I will call meth1, definitely it will print Amit Kumar and Gorakhpur, and whenever I will call meth2, it will print computer and Java. Okay, so I can call these methods as many times, and these statements will be printed as many times as we have called, as much we have called. So this is how we create a method and we call it. In the next tutorial you are going to understand method in much detail. So that's it for this.
Okay guys, now I think you all would be able to create a method, and you know the syntax of a method and how to call that method. All these things you can do by yourself. In the next video we are going to talk about methods again, but this time in detail. Okay, that's it for this video lecture. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please subscribe it, and please do comment how do you like this video, and if you like the video, please like it and share it among your friends. Okay, that's it for this video tutorial. Hope to meet you in the next video tutorial. Till then, goodbye, thank you, and happy programming.